1 second. Let's see. Oh, we're done. Oh, okay. Okay. Where are we at right now? 23.3. So we could see we're at 23.3. Price action over the past 12 hours. It is 11 Eastern time. We had a big spike. Continued bull action here around, around 7 hours ago. We peaked at 23.5, and then we had a big, decent drop, over 1,000-point drop, which we're in a volatile stage. We quickly regained all those losses over the next following 7 hours. So now we're close to all-time highs, within a couple hundred. The thing is, as we're getting into these more later stages of this bull run, you never know which drop is going to be that drop that turns into a bear market, right? All it takes is one large drop. And typically these drops are quick and large. You can look at the big drop. We're at 23.4 now. We're within 100 of all-time highs. If you look at the drop from 2017, you see how steep that drop is, how quickly it went down, because that's what breaks the bull market, right? People get scared. It went down at least over 10% one day. I mean, in a few minutes. That's 10, 15, 20% drops in a short time. That's what's going to break the bull market. It's not going to be any of these. It just dropped earlier around 3, 4%. Within a few minutes. That's fine. That's healthy. You need a 10 plus double digit drop to really kind of shake the healthiness of the bull market. We're at 23.4 now. Over the past 12 hours, we're up 7%. Just continuing this bull run here. So if we look at the 3-hour chart, it's really been wobbling around. The past 30 minutes, we've gotten straight upward action. Wow, we just hit 23.4 and it just dropped to 100 within 2 seconds. Now we're dropping. It's we're in volatile moments right now. We're not range bound like we were last night. Um, really, we're moving around a little bit more action this morning. So we're under 23.3 now. Here we go, 23.3. Now it's at. Let's see if 23.3 holds or breaks. This is going to be quite interesting. Why are these whole numbers like 23.3, exactly 23.3, 23.35, right? 300, 350, 400, these even numbers so important? They are actually more important than random intervals in between because these are where a lot of market action happens, right? People put buy orders, sell orders more on these even numbers than, more people, there's more action on 23.300 than 23.307, right? So there's more action there. That's why we often say, will this hold, like 23.300 specifically? We're talking specifically that number, not general area. We're really talking pretty much that number because that's where a lot of action takes place. So once it moves far enough off the action, so let's say it moves 30 below or above that number, then those orders that were for that amount become irrelevant. Okay. Because we could be going down quite a bit now. So we just hit 23.4. If you look at 10:30, about 30 minutes ago, we were at 2,300. So we went up 400, almost 500 points within 30 minutes. I see us dropping 250 of that at least. Well, we're still dropping, so we're going to go below 200, 23,200 here. We went over 23,300. Now we're at 23,250. We're going to keep dropping to the 100s, 23,100s. You guys watch. The 23.3 is an interesting number here. Let's see. Twenty-three broke. We broke above, so. All right, we're pumping now. We're dropping. Now we're at 23.4. We're popping to new highs, guys. We're reaching down 23.5. Well, we're over 23.5 here. We are at new highs, folks. We just keep pumping and pumping. And what this is, guys, it's purely FOMO buying coming in at these levels. The people who got in, who wanted to buy Bitcoin earlier, bought in. These people are FOMOs, right? $23.5 is that number where we see action. I remember these whole numbers. So it really hasn't been able to hit over 23.5. It's not pumping over 23.5, folks. 我刚刚起床了，然后刚刚吃了麦片。Okay, 23.5 is not holding here, folks. See if we can make something here. Where's the restriction tags? Oh, here we go. BTC, crypto, currency, if that works. 23.5 is that number. Everyone's watching here. These are the new all-time highs, and it's figuring out what it wants to do at this point at 23.5. It's not being able to push higher. There's clearly some sell pressure at 23.5. 23.5 is not holding, folks. Let's see. Okay, let's check out what's going on. So, I mean, at this point, we have not hit 23.5 a lot, but it looks like there's some sell pressure going on at 23.5. Um, could that be the top of this bull run? Because it's crazy. Because it could be. Probably not, right? But there is a chance that what we just hit, that 23.5, is the the point where there's always going to be too much selling pressure. There's so many people that want to buy at 23.5, they want to get out, make their because if you guys think about it, every person who has bought Bitcoin at this point has made money. Every single person who has bought, right? So people are going to want to cash out eventually, right? People are going to want to cash out. We'll see how that goes. 23.5. God. Are we going to hit over it? Or are we going to move over the 23.5? Who will know? We will see here very, very shortly. Very, 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 very shortly. If 23.5 holds, I'm not even looking at price action right now. I'm going to look at it in 20 seconds. Let's see what's going on. 23.5 is holding still. Holding strong. As upward resistance.差不多我大一的时候开始自学。23.5. Oh, guys, we are hitting 23.5. Like I said, 23.5. This is huge upward resistance. It seems like there's big selling pressure. Are we gonna pump? We're at 23.5 now. This is the moment. We're at 23.5. Let's see what happens here. It keeps hitting the resistance. There's clearly selling pressure at 23.5. See, we just went down 40 points. So just when it hits 23.5, it boom goes down, significantly, relatively significantly. Just went down 50. We're at 23.450. That 23.5, man, it is strong stuff, folks. You don't want to mess with 23.5. Don't want to mess.并没有被妈妈逼着学习，并没有被别人逼着去学习，并没有被别人逼着去学习，是我的一个爱好吧。我一直想要学一门，我一直想要学一门外语。我从小不是，大概高中毕业后，我学了4年的西班牙语，但是我 学的不太好，然后我一直在想，就我想要把一门外语学得好，到一个流利的水平。所以呢，我到了大学的时候，我宿舍旁边的人都是中国人，然后呃，就开始想我可以学中文，我觉得中文很酷。Let's see if we can get under 23.4 here. Mm. 23.5 is holding, guys. That is the upper bound resistance here. There's clearly high selling pressure. We're approaching again. Every time what's going on is 23.5, we hit it, we bounce down 50, 60, 70 really quick, like a snap. And then we slowly rise back to 23.5. There's clearly a bunch of selling pressure. So um, it's really crazy that that is that point, 23.5, the top. Hmm. So we're approaching 23.5 again. Oh, man. Okay, popped over. We popped over, folks. Como is just, you know what I'm saying? Wow, we are pounding over 23.5 now. 23.5 is gone, guys. We just hit 80 above, and this FOMO is incredibly strong here. Guys, we could be hitting 2024 soon if this pace keeps up. Let's look at the 24-hour chart. We could be hitting 24 within by the current pace, guys. Okay, we will be hitting 24,000 within 2 hours. 23.6 is here. 23.5 is gone. Absolutely gone. Okay, it's just incredible. We're looking at here. I like to see if 23.5. You kind of like to see the prior resistance gets tested again. Okay. Twenty-three-six, guys. We just keep pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping. Here's the technical thing right now is 23.6. I'd like to see. I think 23.5 is going to get a retest very soon, which is about 105 points below where we currently are. Let's see if 23.5 gets tested. 23.6, I'm not too worried about at this point, unless we don't go into the 23.5s. Then we'll take a look at 23.6. 23.6 is holding at this point. Guys, markets is all about buyers and sellers. So who's buying at these points? Who's selling at these points? That's what it's all about. Everything's all about that. We're at 23.6.2. So, guys, right now we're at 23.6. It's just floating around. We're getting a lot of action, but it's range bound into the 23.6s. So we're really waiting for that big fall, right? That big fall. When is it going to happen? It's going to happen this week. We're going to have a huge fall this week. I mean, huge meaning, we're still having massive gains. I'm talking over 5% fall. Which how will the market and these FOMOs react to that huge fall? That's going to be interesting because all the people coming in at this point are FOMOs, they fear of missing out, right? So before, the people who really wanted to get Bitcoin, like you know, knew about Bitcoin and wanted Bitcoin, they're already in Bitcoin. The people who are buying now are FOMOs, right? That's all they are. So Float around 23.6s. Um, man. Oh, I think we're gonna break a low rather than break high at these points. Obviously, the best guess so far has been saying break high, but this one, man, if you look at the chart, we hit 23.5 before and we bounced down a few, around 1,000. This time I think we're hitting 23.6s and we're going to go just a few hundred down, probably back to 23.300s. We'll hit the 300s soon, is my guess. But we're getting some price action now, movement in the volume. The volume is kicking up, guys. Volume is kicking up. People are making orders.
It's lunchtime. Make sure to drink water.
I got that. Got that water. See what we got here. Let's see. Okay. Okay. .36 is approaching. Guys, it's holding. I think it's gonna break though. I think it's gonna break. And when we do go down below 23.6, it's gonna break hard. Not crazy hard. Like I'm not saying huge multiple percent, but it's gonna go down to the 23.300 area. Okay, 23.6 is getting tested here. It's the battle, man. This is an absolute battle. Bulls versus bears here. Obviously, bulls are pulling up. The FOMOs are pulling them up. But man, see, 23.6 is holding. Every time it gets down under 23.6, buys come in, pull back up. Who's buying at these levels? People ask. FOMOs. 干嘛？你真的打算不睡吗？你真的打算不睡吗？Guys, 23,600 just broke, but it's gonna stay below for a sustained period of time for us to say it's truly broken. Jeez, guys, oh, broke right back up, right back up. Yeah, it's crazy, man. 23.6, we got 23.6, we got 23.6. Boom, pops down 20, 30 points. Boom, always within 30 seconds, popping back up. Right now, under 23.6 for 1 second, pops back up. Under 20, this is the magnet still there, guys. The resistance is still there. 23.6, it's holding so strong. We have 23.6, it pops down. Guys, if you see the link in the chat, that is what we're watching here, the Bitcoin tracker. Let's see. We're just hanging around 23.6, guys. Hey, Musa. I don't know if you're still on the stream. Do you have any questions, Musa? Do you own Bitcoin? Are you looking to buy Bitcoin? 23.6 popped up. It's holding, guys. It's up to 640 at this point. Still think it's gonna retest 23.6 before it tests 23.7. Oh, we're getting action. We're getting action, folks. 23.6 broke. 23.5. Like I said, once 23.6 breaks, guys, once 23.6 breaks, it's going to go down pretty quick. And it went past 23.5 within seconds. That's what I said was going to happen. It happened. So 23.5 broke. I said it's going to go into the 300s. Right now, it's looking like it's not going to get there at this moment. I bet we'll bounce back to 23.5s, 23.4s, hang around that area. But that's what I said was going to happen, right? 23.600. Once it hit below there, it was going to fall precipitously. 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 Into the 23.300s. Or almost in the 23.300s, like I mentioned. 23.6 to 22.300s. Just kind of just look at the charts. We're back to 23.5, but guys, we're going back down to 23.300s. The charts show it. Again, after we broke 23.600, it fell quite a bit, like I mentioned it would, because that piece of resistance just broke. 23.6 is no longer, unless we get there in the next couple minutes, we would just bounce back over to 23.6. That is gone, and we're going to go down to 23.300. See what I see in the next 10, 15 minutes. We're bouncing around here. Unless, again, we go to 23.6. We hit that number, but I don't see us hitting that. But it's definitely possible. We're floating around 23. We're at 550 now, so we're not too far off from 600. We're getting in that range. We're at 566, so we're closing in on 600. We could reach that soon. Yeah, the 23.6 is, I don't think it's going to get there, like I mentioned. But, it could get there within 5 seconds. It could be there. You never know how the movement's going. 23.6 is holding, folks. Not bouncing above. But guys, I'm gonna have to go in a bit. I was hoping we'd break something. You never know when you go in these live streams, the price action. 23.6 is the place we're interested in at this moment. Alexa, temperature.
Right now, it's 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 27 degrees. Enjoy your morning.
It's holding on 23.6. $600 is holding, but guys, we're narrowing in. Like, we're narrowing the gap, and guys, it just hit 23.6. It just hit 6. So what we're seeing is a lot of temporary hits. Okay, because 23.6 broke. See, what happens is when we break it, when we finally get back above that, it's gonna go boom, right to 23.650. Hit 650 quick, very very quick, and wow. Where are we going from here? Twenty 23.6. This is the moment. It's the moment, guys. Okay, I got a meeting in 15 minutes. Hopefully, we get something interesting going on in this meantime. Okay, 23.6 guys. It's falling under, but it's not broke yet. It's gonna really have to. Okay. $23.6. 23.59. $23.6 guys is a key level at this point. Let's see if we hold, how we react from that level, because that could be the key here. We floated slightly above, but we have not gotten to 23.7 yet. I think it is possible. I'm saying this is a very, very bold statement. It is possible we do not get to. I think we're not going to get to 24 today, which sounds crazy looking at the chart. You think we'd actually should get to 24 K within at the current pace of the past 24 hours. We get there in an hour, which is crazy. Within an hour, less than an hour, probably 30 minutes. But I think we will not pass 24 today. I think we could hit 25 as far as in this upcoming week. If we do hit 25 this year, it's going to happen in the next 3 days. That's just kind of well, we're in the FOMO stage. In the FOMO stage, it's like you're on the highway, right, going 100. Either when you stop, when you slow down, you're crashing. It's like your brakes don't work, right? So you're gonna keep going fast speed until you hit something. Once you hit something, it's going downhill, right? It's a crash, mini crash. When I say crash, 10%, 15%. We're gonna have one of those crashes by the end of the year. We're gonna have a 10, 15% crash, maybe even 20%. That's just the way the markets work when we're hitting this FOMO levels and just going up, right? Going up 5-10% a day. That's not healthy long term. We're bound to naturally you're going to have a crash, which is essentially the people who are investing now, right? Who are those people who are investing now? Those are the people who, knew Bitcoin and aren't FOMOing right now. They got in long before. They didn't get in at these levels. So the people who are getting in now, they're emotional investors, right? They are FOMO, which means they're easy ins, easy outs. Okay. Also, if you think about it, right now we're at our all-time highs. So every single person who has ever invested in Bitcoin and has not sold has made money. What does that mean? Is some people are going to want to cash out eventually, right? At these larger numbers, people, right? You can't use Bitcoin much in the real world, right? So you're going to have to cash out at some point. It's still maybe in the future, Bitcoin will be more of a kind of like a currency that you could actually use everywhere, but we're long ways from that. So let's look at we're at 23,600 right now. Again, we're not going to pass 24,000 today. That is for sure. And nothing's for sure, but you just look at the data, and it is very doubtful. As far as my analysis goes, I think most people would say we're definitely going to hit 24 today based on this pace. But if you look at the pattern at the peaks and the troughs of our recent around 4 a.m. Eastern time, so about 8 hours ago, we hit 23, just around the current levels, 23.6, it's 23.5, and at that point we had a big drop. It was a 3-4%. Yes, and we would drop 1,000 points, around 4%, within a half hour. That kind of shows me that we are leveling off here. Eventually, 24, I think I don't think we'll see that today. I think we could end today around in the 22,000s, but that's our analysis, and that's how we're trading this. We'll see. We're approaching 23.7 at this point. Again, we're tracking in the comment section, the live chat. I posted what we are using to follow it's the Bitcoin ticker. If you want to follow Bitcoin's price movement, it's the website to be. It's not. You shouldn't be on Coinbase or something. Just go to bitcointicker.co. It's just the most simplest, and it takes in all the exchanges data and it live updates. So that's awesome. So guys, 23.7. Will we pass 23.7? I mean, we got some strong bullish action going on for a long time at this point. But I don't know I don't think it's going to stay here, continue at this pace, should I say, for the rest of the day. I mean, markets are doing well. Stock markets are doing well. Markets are doing well overall. So. Okay, we're approaching 23.7. That's it's not gonna just pump over there. We're gonna gently approach it. See how we feel about it. 695, 695, 695. Is it gonna pop over? 691, 700. We hit it. We hit 700. We're popping. We hit 700, folks. Boom, 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 boom. Jeez, the FOMO is strong. 23.7. This is going and going and going and going. Obviously, the 24K mark is the mark where I don't think we're going over. But 23.7 we hit. Can we sustain these levels? After you hit a mark, right, 100 increment, you got to see if you can sustain it for a period of time. If you can, that mark becomes some resistant level. We are falling below 23. We're right around 23.7. This is key. Oh, we're falling below a little bit. Oh, we're going back up. Right. So typically, once you pass one of these benchmarks that floats around that, it decides like what does it want to do, right? Goes down and then it'll pop above and it'll go down a little bit, like 20, 15, 20 points. 23.7. So really, we're gonna want to get to 750 or so to say 700. Really 780 to be honest, but 750 is high probability that 700 is gonna be a little bit of resistance here as a floor. These backstops have been built in here along this bull run. But all it takes is one big shot. That's what this is what's gonna happen. It's just one big shot in the head, right? I just made that like you're driving with no brakes, right? When you stop, it's gonna be a hard stop, and it's gonna break all of the resistance you built because nothing's gonna stop a hard fall. So, like I said, probably around if you look at the chart, look at the 12-hour chart. I mean, 24-hour, right? If you look at the 3-month chart, it's not much. It's just straight bull action, right? There's not much bearish action. So you really want, if you want to see the intricacies of short-term market volatility, you look at some shorter around 12 hours at this point, you can see some more interesting stuff. And you guys can work on your own and looking at seeing what patterns you can develop and create your own strategy. But right now, the 23, let's see, right now it is 12 Eastern time. I will make a market call right now. I will make a market call. Within 3 hours, let me see, when was that? When did it hit this dip? So essentially, if you want to make a market call, you look at the time and the patterns of the dips, right? Relative to the current level. So let's see, we had one dip 3 hours ago. One dip we had F5 about 8 hours ago. So 8 hours ago and 3 hours ago, we had a dip. So approximately, we're going to have another dip within 3 to 8 hours, right? That range time. Probably rather in the middle, closer to the beginning to the middle. So probably around 3 to 4 hours. So I'll make this call by 5 o'clock Eastern time in America. So within 5 hours, we are going to fall below 2300. That's the call. Below 2300 within 5 hours. That is my call, and you guys could come back on the next live stream, say you were wrong or you were right. We'll see. It's obviously a bold call, and of course, most likely not right, you might think, probability-wise, but that's our call. Investing is all about taking risks, and we see kind of a cap at this point around 23.7, and we're bouncing a little bit under 23.7. We're floating around here. We're not getting too much action last hour or so, but bullish action is still strong. Short-term drop is healthy. We will go back down to the 22,000s. So if you have any questions, guys, please ask it in the chat. We will respond. Thanks for the like, whoever just liked it. I appreciate it. Very much appreciated. Let's see. So 700, right? We're floating around that number at this point. So we're just gonna start floating around. That's how the markets work, right? Bitcoin, right? You float around. Boom, big whale or a big buyer comes in, moves the market one way or the other, right? Recent past 90 days, it's all been buys. At some point, that could turn around to a sell. So we will see. I'm gonna have to go now. I got a meeting, but we will be back today. Likely today. It depends on price. If we have big price action, I'll be back today. I got some meetings at night. Maybe it'll be good at later today, at night, around midnight Eastern time for a quick live stream. Just update on the price action. But in my market, my big bold market prediction. It's always fun to make predictions. I see 23 under us falling below 2300 within the next 5 or so hours. Okay, that's it. Please subscribe, hit that subscribe button, notification, so the next time I go live, you'll get a notification, and you can tell me I was wrong or say I was right with my predictions. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later. Peace out. Oh, USD index dropping pretty hard. Dion Mozolov. Yes. Man, US dollar has been in a little bit of decline. And it's interesting. That could be the long-term beginning. Beginning of a long-term decline in the dollar. Um, and like I said, as markets go up, typically the dollar index does decline because people get more appetite for risk. So it's not crazy or you know a weird situation. It's typically what happens in these situations. But yeah, if markets start going down, let's say it starts with the stock market, we get a 10% pullback, and then people start freaking out. You know, the dollar could get a little bit of a pump. Um, but with Bitcoin, um, all the markets are related. Like I said, Bitcoin is also a risky asset. So if other markets start going down, people pull their risky assets out. Bitcoin could get a little bit of a pullback, but it's normal. All right, peace out.